another episode of the Sunset Split Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host today, Henry Cruz, alongside with Mitch Mahan. How you doing, Mitch? What's going on?
What's up, brother? What's up, everybody? I hope everyone's having a great night.
Definitely, yeah. We got a lot of wrestling to go over. A lot of things happened this week. A lot of things happened last week, and we're just gonna break it down. We got WWE PLE tomorrow, Clash of Paris, which will be one of the last topics we discuss. But let's get started. Let's get into it.
Let's
Obviously,
do
we're going
it.
to start with one of the more controversial topics this week,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Roger Jackson
This
incident
has
at
to be talked
Knox
about.
Pro Wrestling. For those who don't know, that is one of Rikishi's wrestling promotions. Had some controversy. Um, they had some AJ Mana was fired over it. There's just a lot of controversy. They didn't want wrestlers talking. And for those who don't know, Rampage Jackson's son suffered a concussion and recently went into a WWE Knox Pro Wrestling ring and basically gave a receipt, but the receipt turned into more of a shoot, real life
Mm,
type situation with Psycho, Psycho Stu, obviously, and obviously it turned into a very, very serious incident where basically he lost a lot of teeth. He was basically swimming in blood in his mouth. He was in critical condition. Last I heard, I haven't heard any updates since for Psycho Stu, obviously, but I do hope that he's getting better. I do
there's a
hope that he's in a
there's a
prompt care.
there's a difference between that and attempted murder. But
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty bad. Like, there's different video angles that surface with
I think
him
it's
saying,
not
"Oh,
even close.
I don't care about this shit. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want." Just a lot of different angles at play here, and it's just crazy if you think about it, how we got to that point where he got as many punches as he did in before something really
Well,
intervened. It looked like the other wrestler was sort of confused,
let
and
me
then
tell you,
eventually he tried to jump in. It
a
was
lot
insane. It was an insane situation.
a lot of them were too small to they would have gotten their asses whooped. That dude with the face paint, he kept trying.
Yeah, the dude with yeah, I know who you're talking about. It was a lot, and it was just not a good situation at all. And basically, what's come down to is WWE took their WWE ID affiliation away from them as well. And so we had lost our co-host. He should be back any moment. Um, he lost his connection. Oh, he's back.
Oh,
Here we go. There we go, Mitch. You're back.
what? Oh, what did you miss? Sorry.
Probably everything, but it's okay. I kept it going. I was just talking about how Knox Pro Wrestling had its WWE ID credentialing revoked because of the whole incident as well. That's
Yeah,
what I got into.
there's a difference between receipt and attempted murder. And
Yeah,
so
and
here's
Psycho 2 was just joking, and they apologized, and they
let's
thought
start
everything
from
was fine.
let's start from I'm going to start from the beginning because you missed a lot of what I said. So
Yeah, no, you're good.
you got to
Go
understand.
ahead, man.
Okay, so let's understand everything,
Mhm.
audience. Kick is a platform that has a lot of immature. First off, a lot of bots, but a lot of immature kids that literally there are communities, and I know because I'm a creature of social media. There are
Mhm.
communities that are dedicated to trying to get a person in trouble and fuck with them, or gas them up and try to get them to
Right.
do some crazy shit for their entertainment. And so that he had these kids in his chat just flaming him, and the dude's insecurity was just completely crazy because his dad shits on him. His dad called him at the event and said, "Oh, what are you doing playing with gay men in tights?" Like he constantly messes with him. And it's no one, and then it's a perfect storm of everyone fucking with you, and then you have Stu thinking he's a worker because he sees the cameras. That was stupid of Stu. First off, he shouldn't have done that. But he saw a camera and he thought he was working. And when Stu put the hand on his head, I knew he smashed the can over his thumb. He didn't even hardly make contact with it. I know it because I've done it before. It's a work.
Okay.
It's a work beer shoot or work beer can hit, empty beer can hit. And I think this AJ, what's his name? AJ Malo?
AJ Mana.
Man,
He
I
was
think
fired.
he
Yeah, man.
instigated most of this because he brought him in.
Mhm.
Fuck him up. You give him his receipts. You destroy him. Then I'll make sure.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot, especially for a young 25-year-old kid who. But this is the most important part. So, Henry, just
Yes.
literally 2 days before this, had a concussion from MMA fighting.
Yeah, that is true.
So of course
That
he's
is
going to
true.
be vulnerable.
It's gonna be groggy and have a lot going on. There's gonna be a lot going on, a lot of different things happening at once. All right, so moving on to our next topic here. We're gonna start off with Monday Night Raw. So we're gonna go into Becky Lynch's comments about Ozzy. Now, for those who don't know, um, obviously Becky Lynch made some controversial comments. From what I've read online, she doesn't have any heat towards her about the comments. But for those who haven't watched Monday Night Raw, and she said that I'm not wrestling in Birmingham. The only good thing that came out of Birmingham basically died here about a month ago. And but in fairness to Ozzy Osbourne, he had a good sense to move to LA, a proper city. Because if I lived in Birmingham, I'd die too. So basically, Kelly Osbourne and a lot of other people were upset, basically saying Becky took massive shots at Ozzy and Birmingham and everything like that, and took it.
Shot at Ozzy. He said Ozzy was great to get out of somewhere that sucks. These people are snowflakes, and they need to stop being so sensitive. No one can work anymore in wrestling. That's why the people are trying to kill kayfabe because they're too afraid of getting canceled.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things, but I don't think there's any heat. But maybe there'll be some type of apology behind the
So
scenes that
work.
we don't
She
know about.
didn't mean it. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of Monday Night Raw, Mitch,
Yeah.
there's rumors of Monday Night Raw start time possibly changing. I think they're going to flirt with 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at times, and even
For
earlier
what?
than 8 o'clock,
ESP
sometimes
or
3 o'clock.
PA? What are we talking? Which time zone? Because we're different time zones.
Well, I know you're in West Coast, we're in the East Coast, so I think they were talking about 6 o'clock Eastern, so it'd probably be like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock.
Louise, dude, I barely get off work at that time. That's not fair.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
just
fair to
the
the West
rumor. It's
Coasters.
not.
See? They did this to us West Coasters in the Nitro days. We got Nitro at like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I do remember that. I do definitely remember that. But it's interesting. My idea is, are they going to do this on a permanent basis, or just going to be like special occasions when there's
I
shows?
hope
So that we
special
don't really
occasion.
know.
Oh, for Clash in Paris, maybe, hopefully.
It could be. It could
Because
be.
it's the time differences.
So now we're going to move on to the land of NXT. So we're going to start off with Blake Monroe and what this will lead to basically for her. So her direction is sort of all over the place right now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so what do you think her direction is, Mitch, and what do you think will this lead to?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm
Her
with
run is
you.
sort of falling flat, unfortunately. It's interesting that she had such a white hot run in AEW as Mariah May, obviously, and they changed her name, and now it's sort of falling a little flat, which is
That's a
sucks
lot.
for her.
And WWE does that. They'll take a hot commodity and they'll poke a little needle and they'll pop a little hole
Mhm.
and bring out like the stuff that made that person special and try to change them into their own image.
Right.
And it fails sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know what
And
they're
I
gonna
feel
do with
like
her,
they're
but if
watering
they
her down. Sorry, I don't mean it, but I feel like they're watering her down.
Mhm. Yeah, I think so too. I don't know why. Maybe just because how her character is a little, I guess, controversial in some ways. It was more in AEW as opposed to WWE, but I don't really know what the plan is for her. I'm just hope that they correct it because she definitely is a star, and they definitely need to build upon that. Now, building on other stuff here in NXT, Ethan Page and Chelsea Green pairing going forward on the main roster. So I
Yes,
think this would be
please.
interesting on the SmackDown. What do you think, Mitch?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Cardona, you're a lucky man, but they have chemistry, and I can see it. They are perfect on the screen together. Like that works. I don't like it. When you see something and you can't put your finger on it, you're just like, yeah, that works. It's one of those situations.
So you
And then
think
you got the
the secret
secret
Herbers
Herbert
should change their
behind
name to
them.
something different? Okay, I was gonna say that. What do you think they would call Chelsea Green and Ethan Page's little thing though? It's not gonna be that behind them, obviously.
Oh,
Obviously,
that I
Alba
can
and
come up
Piper.
with something, but I can come. I'd have to think, but I could come up with something for like next week. I
Okay,
would
that's
love
fine.
to
So
see
yeah, I
more
mean,
mixed tag. I would love to see more mixed tag matches happen, and that would be a great tag team.
we haven't had that in a while. So I mean, the last time we really had it was the mixed tag challenge years ago
And
when they
that was
had
with
the
Vince
tag.
McMahon. We have Triple H now. He's
Yeah,
more
so I mean,
acceptable to those things.
so I hope this does keep going forward. I think they would be perfect fit together on SmackDown still. I
Yeah.
don't think Chelsea Green should move off SmackDown. So, yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing where they go with that on NXT, and I'm looking forward to see if they actually potentially go to the main roster with it. It's going to be
I
interesting.
still think they under promote Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea Green is one of the top 5, if not top 3 women stars.
Yeah, and she's up there definitely for sure.
And I've thought that for
Definitely sure.
years. I've thought that for years.
No, yeah, you're right. It's she's been underrated for a long time, criminally underrated. So, shout out to Chelsea Green for that as well, being considered one of the top workers in WWE and both comedic gimmick and seriousness aside.
And quite
And
a
moving on to
beautiful woman.
NXT,
And quite a beautiful woman. Congrats, Cardona. Anyways, go ahead.
and last thing of NXT today is we're going to recap NXT Heatwave. NXT Heatwave happened last week, obviously. There was 6 matches on the card, so we're just going to go through it real quick, Mitch, and we'll give if we agree with it, disagree with it, and maybe if you just want to say a quick thing, why, or you don't have to. But I'm going to start off with the triple threat match to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship. We have Lola Vice defeat Jada Parker and Kalani Jordan. Do you agree with Lola Vice winning?
Yes, I'm a Lola Vice stan. I love that little
She's
jiggle she did.
she's definitely one of the stars of their future. They just re-signed her recently,
Yeah,
so I definitely think they have long-term plans for her and to
I
push her to
really
the
like
moon.
her. Yeah,
And she has the MMA background and everything like that, so she's perfect. She attracts the Spanish base
the
as well,
male
so that's
audience.
also another thing.
The
Yep,
male
male
audience.
audience. Yep, male audience. Yep, the
Me.
wrestling hornballs. The wrestling hornballs. All right, now moving on, we have Dark State, which has Deion Lennox, Osiris Griffin with Cutler James and Saquon Sugars on ringside defeat Hank and Tank to win the NXT Tag Team Championships. Do you agree or disagree?
That's like trying to push a square hole through a triangle peg. They're trying so hard to get Dark State over. And no, I disagree with this.
Do you think Dark State is going to wind up being another what's that group? Retribution? I
Not
know that's
that
taboo.
bad, but
I know
they're
that's
gonna
taboo. I know it's
not
taboo to speak that, but
not that bad, but they're gonna realize it. Like they're gonna keep pushing and pushing, and then realize, yeah, like this isn't working, and eventually it's gonna end. And those guys are gonna have to
yeah,
come up with new identities.
I didn't like. I'm not a fan of Dark State.
I think it's
Especially with the
ridiculous. I
later.
think
I feel like it was just poorly executed.
it
Sadly,
makes no sense.
I
Yeah.
think they need to have more established stars in it instead of like 4 guys that were on the roster.
Nobody. Right. Like who's scared of these no name? You can't even remember their names.
Like you had like sort of like when they had Nexus, you sort of had Wade Barrett up and coming who was talked about, and Ryback when he and so many of them.
You
The
skipped
list goes
Sheffield
on.
then. And even then, even still then, that was a stretch. So
Yeah. For those Husky Harris,
yep, right.
RP Ray Wyatt, RP Ray Wyatt, yes. But then again, like I said, they had established guys in there. These guys are sort of like new. I think Hank and Tank, fantastic. I love them. I think they should have been given a longer run. I feel like they did them criminally wrong.
I I think they were trying to redo the Shield, but they
I like
didn't
I
do
like
it right.
I like Hank and Tank's energy in the ring. I think it's incredible.
Yeah, I think
Just
they
the
were trying
speed
to.
and everything.
I think they were trying to remake the Shield with Dark State, and it went
Yeah, it's
like
not gonna work.
Timu Shield.
So, yep. Now the next match we have is the third match, which was Ash by Elegance with Heather by Elegance, and the personal concierge and by Elegance as well defeated JC Jane, who had fatal influence by her side, Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix, and Masha Slamovich by pinfall. Do you agree or disagree?
I like all these, but I'm sorry. Say the winner again.
It was Ash by Elegance is now the
Yeah, Ash. Dana Brooke,
champion
as
for
I
the
know her.
yeah.
Ash, I believe she deserves it. I think that's the right way.
Oh,
Yeah,
1000%. It's a full circle moment for her. Congratulations again
I
to
agree.
Ash by Elegance. That was an awesome match, an awesome feel good moment and a circle moment for her. So full circle moment. So definitely
Yeah,
shout out to her.
yeah, I like her.
Um, then we had Blake Monroe defeat Jordan Grace. Agree or disagree?
Well, you can't. I mean, you're already making her Monroe look really weak. So, I mean, yeah, but Jordan Grace is she's too good to waste. You gotta.
Jordan
Okay,
Grace was going up to the main roster. There's nothing for her to do in NXT. She doesn't need a
that's what I'm
championship.
saying.
She
So
just
have
she just needs to go to Raw.
Monroe go over her and look good on her, and then send Grace immediately to the main roster.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Again, like we talked about, you don't know where they're going with Blake Monroe. It's very confusing, but hopefully they write this.
I think it's a earn your stripes, you AEW kid kind of thing.
Blake Monroe was fantastic in AEW. Jordan
I
Grace
know, but
been
you know
fantastic.
what
Nick
Triple
was
H
crazy.
says? He goes, "Just because you made it somewhere else doesn't mean you make it here." They
Yeah,
have
no, I
a
get it.
thing against people from AEW. They make them earn their stripes. A few people get lucky because they have insiders, like they have friends in production in Triple H's ear. But the others, they got to work for it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. So we're gonna move on. We have Ethan Page and Chelsea Green with the Seeker Hervis defeated Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele by pinfall. Agree or disagree? I know you're gonna agree with them.
Had it gone any other way, I would have rioted.
I think the fans probably would have rioted too, even though it was a great pairing with
Ethan
Tavion
Page
and Tyra.
Ethan Page is a future world champion. Mark my words.
Oh, 1000%, bro. I'm not gonna
WWE
disagree
main
with you.
roster world champion.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you there. And then for the last match on the card, we had Oba Femi versus Javon Evans for the NXT Championship, with Oba
Dude,
Femi retaining.
that
Hula.
bump was crazy how he threw him.
Listen, I'm gonna say this: Oba is going when he goes to the main roster. Please
That
don't fuck
was
it up because he is that dude is
yeah.
that
That
dude is a monster.
throw into the table across the ring, the table is insane, dude. I
Yes, it was.
loved it. Obafemi's built like a monster. Now they better just not do what they did to Killer Cross. Build him up,
I don't
bring him
think
to the main
they
roster,
can't
and
turn heel.
screw
They
him.
can't turn over heel either. You got to bring Oba up as a face on the main roster. You have to. You got to see how it goes.
I don't think so. I think you could bring him up as a mean killer heel.
He's over right now as a face. I wouldn't change that because right now everybody.
Yeah, but he can get meaner before his return to his turn to
Even
the main
though
roster.
even though I will say he was sort of getting over as a heel too. So either it can go
I
either.
think he would be better as a dude. He's a big brute giant that you have to, the David and Goliath story. You got to overcome the big. It's kind of like he's like more athletic, almost kind of like he's a very very intimidating presence. Like that works way better as a heel.
Shout out to Almost being in AAA now. That's dope.
Yeah, that's crazy. Him booting midgets in the face was so.
Micro Man was hilarious. That again,
I
that's why it's hilarious.
cannot but laugh.
And now we're gonna move on to the land of all elite wrestling. So
Oh
we're gonna
boy.
start with some returns. So Hook has returned.
Not
He returned.
really. He just came for his
eh,
dad's his celebration. They were celebrating Taz.
Yeah, he can't in the iconic Philadelphia arena. Um,
Yeah, but he didn't.
obviously,
He didn't
yes, he
wrestle.
did. He can't. He didn't wrestle. No, he came back.
Yeah,
To do his thing. They also teased Jack Perry coming back. Um,
speculation.
if, if they have the fans questioning whether we're going to see Chris Jericho back and if he comes in a new version or if he's heading back to WWE.
Speculation, but I think eventually he will end his career with WWE.
Probably. Jamie Hayter recently came back.
Couldn't care less.
It's just so many names coming back. Obviously, we had a lot going on in AEW this week. We have All Out coming out very soon. And speaking of All Out, this is a throwback. Uh, Cope and Christian versus FTR at All Out. This one's going to be a good one. Getting the old Edge and Christian reunion. I know we can't say Edge because he's not Edge in AEW, but it has the old Edge and Christian feel versus FTR. So, what do you think? How do you think this match is going to go?
Okay, so there's how I think this match is gonna go, and if I was a booker, what I would do. So
It's a
how
hard
I
one
think
because this is a very hard one.
yeah, I know. So that's why I'm gonna give two answers. So what I think is gonna happen is I think Cope and Christian are gonna get the win after a hard fought battle. But what I would love is for Christian's heel run it's too good. You can't end it now. You gotta let's right when you think they're coming because you see his hesitation, Christian's hesitation. So right when you think they're back together, Christian boom on Cope, and then FTR follows Christian.
Yeah, I mean, I want Cope and Christian to win because this is nostalgia feel, but
I just
if
think
the
like
rumor fans,
and then
the rumor fans is gonna be FTR.
Christian starts a new fatherhood kind of thing. He brings in new
Yeah,
sons. That would be cool.
no, yeah, I get it. You know, it's gonna be interesting. There's some nostalgia in there, but do I want Cope and Christian to win? Yes. Who do I think is gonna win? It's probably gonna be FTR because there's rumors of them getting another tag run.
Okay, well,
So
rumors are very fickle, so I don't believe rumors.
yeah, they can be, but usually if it's rumored FTR, you know, they are one of the elite tag teams out there. So
So
I think
I
that
think
would
Christian's literally one of the top
the greatest tag teams
3
of all
or
time.
5 greatest of all times. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely Dudley Boys and the
Hardy.
Steiners, the
Hardy.
Hardys, Legion
We
of
can go
Doom.
on and on. Yeah, we can go on and on.
It's just so many. But now
Legion of Doom.
moving
Anyways, go
to
ahead.
we're gonna move to SmackDown. We have John Cena again destroying Logan Paul.
It makes me
Uh,
think.
he,
It makes me think Paul's gonna get the win in France.
it does. And I spoiled the topic there, but we'll get into that after. Yeah, it makes me feel like he is going to get the win in France. I feel like usually when they have one person go over the other person, is usually that person who winds up winning. It's like one of the oldest wrestling tricks in the book.
Well, they've been
But
doing it a lot more with Triple H under Triple H. I've noticed too. Yeah, they used to swerve back in the day, but yeah,
yeah,
they're
I
becoming more
mean,
predictable.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Logan Paul is definitely gonna probably win this match. I could see Cena sort of wanting at this point. He doesn't really need it anymore. He got a 17th reign. He's the GOAT. He has the most championships. He's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He's in the Mount Rushmore of
I
wrestling.
can see him
So
wanting to push a young and up and coming star. Finally, after all, everyone says, "Hey, you don't push it. You bury everyone." I could see him like being like, "Hey, look, I put Logan Paul over."
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was just gonna say. And now moving on to the next match, which I spoiled by accident. Sami Zayn wins the United States Championship over Solo Sikoa. I feel like this was sort of predictable, but I didn't think they were going to do it so fast. I feel like Solo's faction is sort of falling apart a little bit. Not in terms of like the chemistry with them. I think it's just a poorly booked faction and sort of like a shitty fucking name to throw that out there. But
I think,
that's just me. I would rather get your opinion on it.
yeah, like I don't like some of their. I hate JC Mateo's name. They should just call him Jeff Cobb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna do that.
it's strength in numbers. So
Mhm.
that's understandable, but Sami Zayn is I'm sorry, everyone loves Sammy. But for me, he is stale. He needs a change up soon. He's too cookie cutter baby face, kind of like Cody was down the road of. where you need to, even as a face, you need to show an edge every now and then.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, yeah, it's an interesting way of going about it. He does need to show an edge. A little bit,
And the
change the
Karrion
story.
Kross thing kind of exposed him, in my opinion, even though they booked him to, book him over Karrion Kross. But
Maybe like a edgier character, maybe like a heel face tweener type person. That could be something that happens with Sami Zayn. That could happen now that he's the United States champion. So I mean, there's so many different ways this can go.
or a loner obsessed with becoming world champion so much that he's just on his own like a psycho. That in
Yeah,
turn
I mean,
possesses him.
yeah, yeah. No, you're right. All right, now for our final topic of this episode, it's going to be the most important event of all: Clash at Paris predictions.
Oh boy.
So we got 6 matches on the card.
Okay.
We're going to give our predictions. I'll let you go first. For the first match on the card, we don't know the match, or we won't know till tomorrow. But we got 6 matches on the card, starting with the match we just recently talked about: John Cena versus Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul is going to get the dub, but Cena's going to look very strong.
Yeah, definitely. I predicted Logan Paul would win, and I'm going to stick with it. The next matches we have are the Fatal 4-Way match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which features Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus Jey Uso and versus LA Knight.
Now, obviously, I want LA Knight to win, but we
I
live.
knew it. I was waiting for it.
We live in this stupid world with Triple H. Seth Rollins is going to win.
Yeah, Seth Rollins is retaining here. I don't see him losing it here
They
unless
need
there's
to pull the damn trigger with LA Knight, but they didn't. They released Karrion Kross, so I have no more faith left in them.
So I think at this point, we don't know what's gonna happen, but it's funny just because like, what if those what if scenarios that, oh my god, what if Seth actually loses and doesn't have a long reign? Like,
No.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, it's not going to happen. I promise. He just got it. It's not going to happen. But remember everyone saying, oh, no, Triple H would never just release Cross after everyone saying, we want Cross. There's no way. It's got to be a work. No, they really. And I was afraid of that. There's some behind the scene politicking that I've heard from friends in the business that's ridiculous as to why. But I'm not going to go into why. I can't. It's a long story.
No, I get it. You're right. It probably will be a long story too.
But it will come out. It will come out soon.
Probably. I'm assuming it always does.
It always does.
So we go to the next match on the card. We got the good old fashioned Donnybrook match. Sheamus versus Rusev. What do you think, Mitch? Who do you think is winning here?
I didn't hear you. My phone cut out for a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Sheamus versus Rusev in a good old fashioned Donnybrook match.
And this is in France. I think they're going to give Sheamus the win. I want Rusev to win.
I think Rusev wins.
I want Rusev to win. I hope he does.
All right, so this is the first time we disagree. You got Sheamus.
No,
I have
I
Rusev.
think they'll book Sheamus to win. I hope Rusev wins. I hope I'm wrong.
Oh, I think Rusev wins, but I don't think Sheamus wins. I think Rusev.
Okay.
So we got different opinions. You think you pick Sheamus? I pick Rusev.
I bet they will book Sheamus. I won't. I'm making that very clear because I want Rusev to win.
Never say never, man. We know this is wrestling. Never say never.
Yeah.
So we got Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns. Who do you think wins?
Roman.
Yeah, I don't see any case Roman not winning. I mean, if Bronson wins, I would say with some type of interference.
Maybe Roman. There's a backlash about the tribal thief kind of thing, like Indians are getting up in arms about that and stuff. So I think they're gonna squash that, and he's gonna take the shoes back and end that whole. They're gonna come up with something else, probably.
Probably. I mean, yeah. I don't know about all that, but
I do like him as a bully taking his sneakers after beating him up, though. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that was funny. and taking the fresh Jordans too. Not no creases
Well,
under
that
no
was
Jordans.
domination. That was dominating another man. That's what I'm talking. That's wrestling, dude. That is putting your stamp and saying, "What, bitch?"
Hmm. Pretty much. Now we also got another match on the card. We got Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship.
With all due
Yeah.
respect to Nikki Bella, I just don't see her ever winning another title again. Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I think Becky retains here. Um, it would be interesting to have Nikki win if she's coming back for a longer run.
She's
I know she
not.
said she wanted to
It's
come
going
up.
to be back and
She
forth.
she wanted to come and make a longer run and make this her final run. But what I think is going to happen is I think Nikki wants to make a final run as a tag team with her sister Brie
Yeah,
and win the tag team championship gold. I think that's her one championship that she really wants to
for
win, and that's
sure.
her one to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I
So
agree.
that's what I would see. So, but I do think there's going to be some shocking moments in this match where it gets very close. So this could be a back and forth
For
match.
sure. Well, yeah, you got to get the crowd on their toes. Yeah.
So I think that would be that. And then we got the one of the last matches on the card. Um, the Wyatt Sixes, Joey Gacy and Dexter Loomis versus the Street Profits for the WWE Tag Team Championships.
The Wyatts win, but they need to be careful because the Wyatts are starting to get stale, and I love Gacy and Loomis as a tag team. Even if they weren't in the Wyatt Six, I think they're amazing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the White Six retain here. But the SmackDown Tag Division is white hot.
Oh
They had
yeah,
so many
it's been
teams
white
vying for
hot
that,
for a while.
and just thinking of a name that we haven't heard as tag team champions for a while, I think they're coming for them, and I think they're gonna that when they fight, it's gonna be a banger. Fraxian.
Yeah, they've been in the mix. I think it'll take them a little time, but they'll get there.
I think they're gonna get there soon for sure because
I
when
don't
they're
know about
NXT tag team.
soon. I don't know about soon, but they'll get there. I think they're gonna have to pay their dues a little bit, but they'll get there.
Yeah, I think they'll get there too. But in this match, I think we both agree the White Sixes retain.
Yep. And then the
So
last match,
no, that's the last match. There's only 6 matches on the card.
not the there's no Cody match.
Nope.
Wow, Cody not at a big pay per view. Shiver me timbers. Huh.
I mean, you don't really have to feature him in
But
every
they
single.
do. But they do is what I'm saying. I'm shocked because it's every card he's almost on.
I think everybody needs a little break sometimes. That's probably what it is.
No, I
He also
agree.
just had he had the birth of
Yeah.
his daughter too.
Oh, that there you go. Okay, that makes
And
sense.
shout
Well,
out
I'm
to
just
Cody.
saying
Congratulations.
they overuse certain wrestlers. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but shout out to Cody and congratulations on the birth of their daughter.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Bringing a child into this world is great.
Second daughter.
I have a son. I have a son of my own that I love very much, and he's my inspiration for everything. So having kids is an amazing, amazing thing. But that's it for our episode. Shorter episode than usual. A little faster pace, but a little bit more to the point. So,
Nothing wrong
first
with
of all, we
that.
want to yep, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. For those who want to catch the episode of us, you could watch us on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. We go live, X, everywhere. You can catch it. You can catch the audio version of our episodes on Spotify, Google Podcasts, pretty much everywhere that podcasts exist. Just not any of the big paid ones, not yet at least.
And,
But besides that,
and pretty soon we're going to be doing interviews with independent and famous wrestlers that everyone may very well know. So stay tuned for some great.
yes, you're right. Stay tuned. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your night. And let's enjoy Clash later, everyone.